Good afternoon from the London Stadium. My name is Paul James and I'm bringing you delayed coverage of West Ham United versus Manchester City, and the Premier League is back. So today, City begin their campaign to win a third successive title, a feat only Manchester United have achieved in the Premier League era. And in total of the history of the Football League as a whole, only Alex Ferguson and Herbert Chapman, who did it with Huddersfield in the 20s and Arsenal in the 30s. Manchester United, of course, with Alex Ferguson, did it in the late 90s and the first decade of the 21st century. We've got the players in the tunnel right now. We're just going to run through your lineups for you, and starting with West Ham United, they have Lucas Fabianski in goal, Ben Johnson, Aaron Cresswell, Kurt Zuma, Vladimir Kufal at the back. The two holding midfielders, of course, are Declan Rice, the captain, and Souček, Thomas Souček, who's making his 100th appearance today in all competitions. The attacking midfielders are Pablo Fornals, Manuel Lanzini, and Jared Bowen, with, of course, Michail Antonio up front by himself. For Manchester City, they start with Ederson in goal as usual. At the back, Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Nathan Ake, and João Cancelo. Across the midfield, Ilkay Gundogan, the captain, Rodri and Kevin De Bruyne playing just behind the £51 million man Erling Haaland is Phil Foden and Jack Grealish. So Erling Haaland, £51 million they paid for this man. And it should be interesting to note that his record in the Bundesliga is truly magnificent. 89 appearances, 86 goals, 19 assists in his time for Borussia Dortmund. His goals, in terms of minutes played, are bettered only by three other men, and that is Robert Lewandowski, Kylian Mbappe, and Karim Benzema. And in fact, all three of those have played 1,000 more minutes than Erling Haaland. He has come under a little bit of criticism from some football fans just recently over his performance in the Charity Shield. But I think it's safe to note that this man is an extremely talented forward, and I have no doubt that he will make his mark on the Premier League. It may take a little bit of time because obviously the Premier League at the moment is far more competitive than the Bundesliga. There is less time on the ball. It's played at a faster rate, but I'm convinced that he will make his mark. And we'll just run through the substitutions for you real quickly, starting with West Ham. They have two substitute goalkeepers today, Alfonso Arolia and Darren Randolph. They also have Mikola Vlasic, Flynn Downs, and Connor Coventry. Gianluca Scamacca is starting on the bench today, along with Saeed Benrahma and Armstrong Okoflex and Arison Hashby. Now, also for Manchester City, they have Stefan Ortega as a substitute goalkeeper. He was signed on a free transfer. John Stones on the bench. Joshua Wilson Esbrand. Calvin Phillips, the other £50 million man, signed from Leeds, also on the bench. Cole Palmer and Julian Alvarez, Riyad Mahrez, and Rico Lewis make up the substitutes for Manchester City. And our referee today is Michael Oliver. His assistants are Stuart Burt, Simon Bennett. The fourth official is Stuart Atwell. And if you thought you got rid of Mike Dean, you haven't. He is in VAR booth today, along with Eddie Smart. And Manchester City are in their change strips of yellow and black. It's a very startling shirt. I can almost looks very similar to the Watford home jersey. So they will start there. There's Erling Haaland in the middle. Just to give you an idea, the overall record between these two teams in all footballing league competition, they've played 106 times. West Ham have won 35, Manchester City have won 54, and 16 have been a draw. Players are sort of gathering now in the middle of the park now. And they're almost getting ready for kickoff. The referee will blow the whistle. They will still take the knee for the opening league game and for certain other league games throughout the season. The Premier League have decided that that is the best way to approach this. The message is still the same. There is no room for racism in football or wider society. Michael Oliver blows his whistle and the players take the knee. And Erling Haaland now will get Manchester City underway. They are attacking the goal to my left. West Ham, in their famous claret shirts, blue shorts, claret socks, are attacking the goal to my right. I'm just picking up the ball on the far side. There is Fornals, but it goes out of play and will be a throw-in to Manchester City midway inside their own half. And just over this one is Kyle Walker. Takes the throw-in. It's played into the middle there, and it's picked up at the back there by Johnson, who just gives it back to Lucas Fabianski, and he clears the ball right-footed downfield. Up for the challenge there is Cancelo, and Aki clearing up at the back. He just sends it off Bowen, and it goes out of play for a throw-in. And Manchester City now with João Cancelo, who will take this throw-in. He's at left-back today. And it's interesting that West Ham have chosen not to start Scamacca today. Scamacca was purchased for £35.5 million, and he's an Italian international. Now here's West Ham now. It's Zuma, and he gives the ball back on the far side to Fornals. The cross comes in. There's Michail Antonio, who gets shot away. He's appealing for the corner. And it looks like he has won that appeal. And West Ham starting off positive, and they have a corner in the first 2 minutes here. Well, it looks like a full house. The Premier League is back. This is going to be an exciting sort of truncated season, of course, with the World Cup. And corner coming in now. It's swung in right under Ederson. And there's the header by Zuma. And Manchester City struggling to clear. There's Bowen with a shot, but it's blocked. And it comes out now on the far side to Fornals. Fornals delivers it back into the box again. There's a header. Oh, Michail Antonio comes closer. Just heads it over Ederson's crossbar. And West Ham letting Manchester City know they're not going to have it all their own way today. Well, it was a shot originally from Bowen. Manchester City defending very, very well. The cross comes back in, and there's Michail Antonio's header. Just flashes over the crossbar. Not a million miles away by any stretch. And it'll be a goal kick now for Manchester City, but excellent start by West Ham United. Now you're listening to the Commentary Hub. Alternative commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Today's Player of the Match sponsor on the Hub is sponsored by Commentary Services. Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partners for this season, JDAC Football, JB Sports and Storm FM. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1, and you can like our Facebook page, facebook.com/the Commentary Hub. Commentary Services would like to thank our official streaming partner for this season, Melon. Visit their website, www.melonapp.com. And there's Erling Haaland. Well, I wonder how long it will take him to get settled into the Premier League. I would hope the City fans would be patient, and I would honestly caution the rest of football fans that has been mocking his mess in the Charity Shield that he will score goals in this league, and obviously that's the reason why he was bought, £51 million, £51.1 million actually, to be exact. Calvin Phillips was the other major signing at £50 million. Safe to say that despite spending £101 million, City still came off with a profit because they recouped £158 million in outgoing transfers. And the ball there is with Gundogan, and he gives it back to Ake on the edge of his own penalty area. And he gives it back to Ederson. Ake. Nathan Ake's just got a bit of space in front of him. Gives it to Cancelo. Cancelo goes back to Ederson. Patient build-up, of course, by Manchester City. And the ball is played just over the halfway line. It's picked up by Haaland, and he plays it back. Here's Ake. Ake gives the ball to Grealish. Grealish has got time in front of him. Grealish now. This is the first break into the City half, into the West Ham half by Manchester City. Gundogan. Gundogan again. Gives it back to Grealish now. Got a bit of space to get a cross in. And he does. It just takes a deflection off Johnson. And Fabianski gets down low to smother that cross out. And he has the ball now in his hands. 5 minutes gone. It's West Ham 0, Manchester City 0. My name is Paul James. You're listening to delayed coverage of this opening weekend Premier League game between between West Ham United and Manchester City. And Grealish now just beaten to the ball there by Koufal. But City do have the ball now, breaking away with Erling Haaland. Zuma clears it. Just got there before Haaland. Just showed a bit too much of it to Zuma there. Here's Ake. Nathan Ake now. Gives it to Cancelo, who just returns it then back to Ederson. It's a very patient build-up now by Manchester City. Here's Diaz. And they're just knocking the ball out. This is very much Manchester City. They're definitely a possession team. Last season, they had 70% possession throughout the season. The only team that came close to that was Liverpool. And Rodri just gives the ball to Diaz. Diaz plays the ball out on the far side. And it's picked up there by... it was picked up by Foden, but Foden gave it back. Here is Diaz. Ake. Ake now just gives the ball to Gundogan. Rodri. Ake. Gundogan. Gundogan now running at the defence. He gives it to Jack Grealish just outside the penalty area. Grealish cuts inside, tries to get the cross away. It was just headed away that time by Johnson and then hacked away again by Koufal. And it just goes back over the halfway line and headed back over. Haaland tries to just get control of it, but he loses it, and the ball is played long, and it just goes all the way through to Ederson, who's just going to be real patient and let that go right out of play. And despite chasing that down, Fornals is not going to get there. Goal kick to Manchester City. And Ben Johnson there doing his bit in defence for West Ham United. Diaz. Cancelo. Back to Diaz. Ake. Ake now. About 10 yards inside his own half. Gives it to Diaz. Diaz onto the far side. And it's just knocked back there by Rodri. And he gives it to Ake. Ake now over the halfway line for Manchester City. He played down to Grealish, down on this near side. He's got a bit of space to run. He decides to give the ball to Cancelo. Cancelo, long ball over the far side there. And he's picked up Foden. Foden. And here is Diaz. Diaz tries to find Kevin De Bruyne, but at the back there clearing up is Cresswell, who just knocks the ball out of play for a Manchester City throw-in. Throw-in level with the West Ham penalty area. Looks like it's being taken by Diaz. Just over this one now. He's got Foden up there with him. Decides for the longer ball to Haaland. It comes to the edge of the area to De Bruyne, who gets the shot away, but it's blocked. Comes now to Grealish. Grealish dinks the ball over on the far side and just headed away. Good defending there by Declan Rice. And there's a foul there on Michail Antonio. Protest there by Rodri, but he's adjudged to have fouled Michail Antonio, and it's going to be a free kick to West Ham United. 9 minutes gone. West Ham United 0, Manchester City 0. West Ham now have the ball. They've taken that free kick quickly. They've gone back to Lucas Fabianski, who clears the ball right-footed downfield, but it only goes all the way through to his opposite number, Ederson, who just collects the ball on the edge of his penalty area. And here is Cancelo, and he gives it to Ake. Ake to Diaz. Diaz now, Ruben Diaz. City again with their patient build-up. They've already had 82% possession, and they just like to build up slowly and just methodically punch holes in the opposition defence. This is what makes Manchester City such a good team in terms of the way that they play with their possession. They are very difficult to break down, and they are very difficult to get the ball from. And here's Grealish. They certainly don't give it away cheaply. Here's Cancelo. Cancelo, ball goes back there to Diaz, and Diaz plays the ball long over onto the far side to Foden. Rodri. Diaz. Foden. Cancelo. Walker. And he gives it to Rodri, who gives it back to Ake. Ake plays just infield. There comes to Grealish now, just inside the West Ham half. Gives it back to Ake. And when you look at these two teams, West Ham certainly haven't had a fantastic opening season. In 5 of the last 6 games, they have lost their opening game, with Newcastle being the only exception, 4-2 last season. The ball's over on the far side now to Foden. Foden almost on the corner flag. He moves away now with the ball. Foden, good. He tried to play the pass there, but Fornals intercepts. And we have a player down. And I just wonder whether that's Grealish. Yeah, it's Grealish. It was a strong challenge. And the challenge was actually by Kufal. And Grealish is down injured at this point. He's now up on his feet. And the referee just having words. And we have 12 minutes gone here, and it's West Ham United 0, Manchester City 0. It will be a throw-in to Manchester City, almost level with the penalty area. It's played into Erling Haaland. Kurt Zouma dealing with him. And here's Foden battling with it. The ball bouncing around in the penalty area. And it's now going to be worked away by West Ham, with Johnson clearing the ball, looking for Antonio. But Ake picks up the ball inside his own half. It's given back to Diaz. Diaz goes all the way back to Ederson. Closed in by Antonio. And it's cleared away by Ederson. But it goes out of play for a throw-in to West Ham United. 12 minutes gone. West Ham United 0, Manchester City 0. You're listening to delayed coverage of this opening weekend game at the London Stadium between West Ham United and Manchester City. And here's Diaz now. Diaz plays the ball back to Ederson, who gives it to Ake. Ake giving it to Cancelo. Here's Grealish. Cancelo again. And here's Rodri. Rodri inside his own half, plays a wayward pass there that's easily intercepted by Rice. And here's Declan Rice now, charging towards the Manchester City penalty area. Gives it to Fornals. Gives it back. And, the pass returning to Declan Rice was just a bit wayward and comfortably won by Diaz. And here's Cancelo now for Manchester City. Cancelo storming over the halfway line. He's got Grealish up with him. Also Erling Haaland. He gives it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne may fancy a shot here, and it's just wide. De Bruyne gets his first effort in anger on the goal. And it goes just wide of Fabianski's right-hand post. And this is really the first effort by Manchester City. It's right on the edge of the 18-yard box, and it just goes wide. Further wide than I actually initially thought, and it's a goal kick now. But Manchester City win the ball back, and here's Grealish. Grealish now over on the far side. It's De Bruyne again. De Bruyne. And he gets the cross in. It's a nice one, but plucked out of the air by Fabianski. Well, De Bruyne was under a little bit of pressure by Cresswell. He got the cross in, but Fabianski just plucks it out of the air. And he now has the ball. And he gives it to Kurt Zouma. Zouma clears the ball forward. It doesn't quite reach the halfway line, and City win the ball back. And here's Grealish. And Grealish here now has the ball. He gives it to Cancelo. Cancelo now. And here is Grealish. Grealish goes the ball long over on the far side, looking for Foden, unable to find him, and it's easily picked up and won by Fornals. It's Declan Rice, and he gives it to Ben Johnson. Johnson. Kufal. Johnson plays the ball long, just picked up there, and the linesman's flag comes up, and Lanzini is offside. And there is David Moyes. What a wonderful job he has done at West Ham United. While we discuss Manchester City's targets, of course, at the top of the broadcast, we have to look at maybe West Ham. You have to wonder now whether, after coming close to getting into the top four last couple of seasons and just sort of fading out at the last, you have to wonder whether this season is going to be their season to see if they can break into the top four. Having said that, Spurs have improved, Arsenal have improved, Chelsea, of course, they got their win against Everton yesterday. And who's to say, but it'll be a bigger challenge, I think, this season for West Ham. Many are saying that Arsenal may be title contenders. Even some say Spurs might well be. Well, they made a statement with the victory over Southampton yesterday, 4-1 win there. And ball's played forward by Kyle Walker. And here is Rodri. Rodri's got a bit of space. Goes long. It takes a deflection, and it comes to Ben Johnson, who clears the ball. He had a bit more time than he realised there, and now City win the ball back with Phil Foden. And here's Rodri, who knocks it back to Ake. Ake now. Nathan Ake. And he gives the ball to Cancelo. Cancelo, another run now midway inside the City half. Plays it to Foden. Foden just gets the ball under control. Under pressure by Cresswell, but here is De Bruyne. De Bruyne gets the cross in, but it looked like it might have knocked off Kurt Zouma, which it seems to have done, and it will be a corner to Manchester City. It is Manchester City's first corner of the game, 17 minutes gone. Now, we're going to take you through the other scores in the Premier League today very, very soon. But the corner looks like it's going to be taken by De Bruyne. It is not. It's swung in and comfortably taken by Fabianski. Corner was actually taken by Rodri, and it was plucked out of the air with consummate ease. And just to go through some of the other scores today, at Old Trafford, Manchester United continue their poor form, losing 2-1 at home to Brighton and Hove Albion. 2 goals by Pascal Gross and a McAllister own goal settled that one. Leicester started their season, and they started going 2 goals up with Castagna and Dewsbury Hall. Ivan Toney and De Silva scored 2 second-half goals to tie things up and grab a point from the King Power Stadium. So that's your latest with the scores today in the Premier League. Of course, in the Championship, Coventry City's game against Rotherham United was postponed due to an unsafe pitch. Here's Rodri. And he gives the ball to Diaz, who gives it to Foden. There's a quick 1-2 with De Bruyne, and Foden plays the ball long, looking for Jack Grealish. Wonderful pass there. Grealish now on the edge of the penalty area. Dinks it in, and it's just headed away, but not far enough. Only as far as Foden. De Bruyne gets the cross in again, and headed away by Zouma. And City continue the pressure now. Here's Grealish on the edge of the West Ham penalty area. Grealish gives it to De Bruyne, and back to Jack Grealish. De Bruyne, what's he going to do with it? so dangerous from the edge of the penalty area. Gets a quick 1-2, or tries to do a quick 1-2 with Rodri, but the move breaks down. And here's Kufal now, who just clears the ball away. But it's Nathan Aki who has it under pressure by Michail Antonio, but he gives it back to the goalkeeper, Ederson. And he gives the ball to Ruben Diaz. 20 minutes gone here. And here is Cancelo. Cancelo. Rodri. Walker. Right on the halfway line. Plays the pass there to Haaland. Peters. Is it De Bruyne? Walker. And here is Rodri. Gives the ball to Cancelo. Right on the edge of the penalty area. He's got Foden over on the far side. Foden crosses the ball in. There's Haaland! Oh, it just escapes his head there. Oh, that was a wonderful ball in by Phil Foden. And it just went above the head of Erling Haaland. And if he had connected with that, it might very well have been 1-0. Oh, he escaped his marker with consummate ease there. The West Ham defence fell asleep at the back. And it has to be said, Kurt Zouma just completely lost his man there. And that was a golden opportunity had Haaland been able to get his head on the ball. And here is Rodri. And Rodri gives the ball out now. And it's just knocked forward by De Bruyne. And putting Johnson under pressure there is Haaland. Grealish gives it back to Haaland now. Back to Grealish. City having all the pressure right now. Here is De Bruyne. Rodri. Back to De Bruyne. Over on this near side is Gundogan. It's been quiet today. And Rodri. And the ball is long over on the far side to De Bruyne, who crosses the ball in and just punched away by Fabianski. Another excellent ball in by De Bruyne into that corridor of uncertainty. And it's just punched away by Lucas Fabianski. And it's he's down now, injured. And you are listening to alternative commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Today's Player of the Match sponsor is sponsored by Commentary Services. Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partners for this season, JDAC Football, JB Sports and Storm FM. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1, and you can like our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Commentary Hub. Commentary Services would like to thank our official streaming partner for this season, Melon. Visit their website, www.melonapp.com. Fabianski down right now, and he just clashed, I think, with Haaland. And Fabianski has definitely come off the worst of it. So players now just taking this opportunity to take in liquid intake. And while the players are doing that, why don't we look at some of the scores from yesterday's games, starting with the Premier League. The early game, bit of a shock at Craven Cottage. Fulham 2, Liverpool 2. At Dean Court, Bournemouth 2, Aston Villa 0. Ellen Road, Leeds 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Newcastle 2, Nottingham Forest 0. St James's Park. At the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Tottenham 4, Southampton 1. And Everton 0, Chelsea 1 at Goodison Park. And, well, the temperature here is at the London Stadium is extremely hot. It is 31.2 degrees. And Scamacca now warming up for West Ham. And both managers, Pep Guardiola and David Moyes, are just going over some tactics. It's 23 minutes gone here. Fabianski's back on his feet now, although he does appear to be limping. West Ham United 0, Manchester City 0. And you're listening to Paul James, your alternative commentator here at the London Stadium. Well, Michael Oliver there, our referee, is just holding the ball. He's just giving Fabianski the chance to run this off. Of course, if he's not able to, they have 2 goalkeepers on the bench. Alfonso Arolia and Darren Randolph are available on the bench for West Ham United should they need toll on them. Michael Oliver gives the ball back now to Lucas Fabianski, and it looks like the game is going to get back underway. Fabianski just rolls the ball out to Ben Johnson, and he gives the ball to Kufal, and he ran right into Jack Grealish, and the ball goes out of play for a throw-in. Fabianski still limping a little bit. And the throw-in taken quickly. It's with Nathan Ake now for Manchester City. About 15 yards inside his own half. Here is Cancelo. And it's back to Nathan Ake. Ake gives the ball to Cancelo. And goes all the way back to Walker. Walker's got some time now. And City just knocking the ball about inside their own half at the moment, inviting West Ham United to come and press them. Ederson now plays the ball long, and he finds Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish gives the ball to Gundogan, Ilkay Gundogan, the Manchester City skipper. Again, Manchester City just quite happy to just knock the ball around. And this is the fourth time the teams have met in the opening game of the season. Manchester City, of course, won all three previous meetings with an 11-0 aggregate. 5-0 away win in the Premier League in August 2019, 2-0 away win in 2007, and a 4-0 in the old Division 1 in 1974. So this has certainly not been a lucky opening fixture for West Ham. Well, here's Diaz. And he gives the ball to Cancelo. And the ball is over now on the far side to De Bruyne. Diaz. Got a bit of space. Gives it to Ake. City just pressing forward now. And here is Jack Grealish. And it's Walker. Diaz. Back to Ake. Well, here is Grealish now, just running towards the Manchester City. Oh, here's an opportunity. Here's Gundogan. Squares it across. And it's a goal. It's Kevin De Bruyne, but he is offside. Well, the flag came up immediately. Let's take a look at this. This was a brilliant build-up. Grealish played the ball. And yes, it's Gundogan that's actually offside. Gundogan squared across to De Bruyne, who took the ball away, but Gundogan had strayed just into an offside position there. The referee, the linesman did not raise the flag immediately, waited till the ball had been tucked away by Kevin De Bruyne, but it was in fact offside. And Fabianski is still struggling. He went down again. And it looks like a change is going to be made. And it looks like it's going to be Alfonso Arolia, who is coming on now as a consequence. And we are seeing our first substitution of the game. And it's Alfonso Arolia. Not what Fabianski would have wanted on the opening game of the season. You have to feel sorry for players, and Ben Godfrey came off yesterday for Everton, what looked like a pretty serious injury as well. One always feels sorry for players that get injured at any time, but especially on the opening game of the season when all the preparation has been done. Let's hope it's nothing serious for Lucas Fabianski. And the first job for Alfonso Arolia here is to take the free kick that was given for the offside against Gundogan. Well, should anything else happen to the goalkeepers today for West Ham, Darren Randolph is also available. And here is Jack Grealish now, just inside the City half. And he's going over now. He's got overlapping on the far side. He's got Cancelo. Right on the edge of the penalty area. Cancelo now going to whip the cross in. He waits. He now gets the cross in. But just waiting there was Cresswell. His head out is not far enough, though. and he's having another go at it and clears it away, but City still maintain possession. And it's back with Walker. And it looks like there's somebody else has gone down here. It might be Michail Antonio. Yes, it is. He's clinging onto his leg, his left knee. So it looks like he's received a knock there, and Michael Oliver will call on the physio once more. We've had a few stoppages for injuries in this first half, so I suspect fourth official Stuart Atwell may add some stoppage time onto that. Meanwhile, let's take a look at yesterday's scores in the Championship. Norwich City 1, Wigan Athletic 1, Bristol City 2, Sunderland 3, Burnley 1, Luton Town 1, Preston North End 0, Hull City 0, Queen's Park Rangers 3, Middlesbrough 2, Reading 2, Cardiff City 1, Sheffield United 2, Millwall 0, Stoke City 2, Blackpool 0, and Swansea City 0, Blackburn Rovers 3. So what we've got right now is Michail Antonio is on his feet. He's just limping off now, as is protocol. 30 minutes gone. West Ham United 0, Manchester City 0. And we're back underway, and the ball is with Ederson. And here is Cancelo. Cancelo is in the centre circle now with Rodri. Rodri gives the ball back to Cancelo. Just plays the ball long over on the far side to Grealish. Grealish right on the edge of the penalty area. Gives it back to Cancelo. Cancelo has got options. And he gives it to Rodri. Walker. City just being pressed back a little bit here now. Here's Ake. Rodri. About 10 yards inside the West Ham half. Walker. Walker again. And gives it to Rodri. Rodri out on this side now to Cancelo. Cancelo. He's got two West Ham defenders in front of him. And Grealish. Cancelo again. And he gives it to Gundogan. Gundogan's got some options with him. On the far side here is Diaz. And here's Kyle Walker. Again, West Ham just building up at the back here, making it very difficult for City to kind of penetrate. And the long ball looking for Grealish goes out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in to West Ham United. Well, throw-in taken quickly. And was still 84% possession for Manchester City, 3 attempts each. So in that sense, it's been, for all the possession that they've had, they've not really had any more attempts than West Ham have actually had. And here's Walker now, and he gives it to De Bruyne. Now, De Bruyne searching for Haaland is not going to get there. Areola just comes out of his goal and picks that one up with ease. And he has the ball now, an opportunity for him to get a good handle on the ball coming into this game. And he will be happy just to get a good early touch on it. And here's Kurt Zouma. Zouma now plays the ball long. And he was looking for Antonio, but it was won there by Diaz, who just headed the ball forward to Rodri, who was in fact fouled by Souček, who of course is making his 100th start in all competitions for West Ham United today. And here's Ake. Ake now, who gives it to Rodri. Rodri. Cancelo. Diaz. Finds Walker. And Rodri. Rodri. And the ball was just knocked to Gundogan, who almost tripped over the ball, but he managed to find Nathan Ake. And here's Rodri again. Cancelo. Cancelo just plays it infield to Gundogan. Gundogan finds Haaland. It's in now. Haaland goes down. It's a penalty, surely. And it's given by Michael Oliver. Well, Haaland tried to go round the goalkeeper, Areola. Areola caught Haaland. Down he went, and it's a penalty. There's no question about that. Now, whether Haaland is going to take this, we'll see. It was a great ball through by Gundogan. Haaland rounded the goalkeeper, but he was caught. And down goes Haaland. There was no doubt about it. It was a blatant penalty. And Michael Oliver, of course, had no doubt in giving it. And Manchester City now will have a penalty on 35 minutes. We're just going to take a look who's going to take it here. And Haaland, it looks like it's going to be Haaland himself. This is a chance for a Premier League goal on his Premier League debut. And Michael Oliver is just making sure that everybody is outside the penalty area. And it's Erling Haaland now who will step up. Chance to open his account. Sends Areola the wrong way. And it's right in the corner. And Manchester City take a 1-goal lead at the London Stadium. Well, it was an excellent penalty. If Areola had gone the right way, I'm not sure he would have saved it. It was right in the corner. Areola went to his left. Haaland went to his right. Manchester City 1, West Ham United 0. Well, it can't be said. It can't be enough said that the pass by Gundogan through was such a beautiful slide rule pass round the goalkeeper who went, and Areola brought Haaland down. It doesn't look like Areola has been booked either, so there was no additional action taken by Michael Oliver, which I have to say is quite surprising. Normally, that's usually a bookable offence. So West Ham get the game underway, are 1-0 down to Erling Haaland's penalties. First goal in the Premier League on his Premier League debut. And here is Haaland now. Well, it's Kevin De Bruyne rather. He just flicks the ball on. It's back with Diaz. And here's Gundogan. Gundogan. He's been quiet most of the game, but that ball through was an excellent pass. And at the moment, Manchester City, of course, dominated possession. They've just been knocking the ball around. The ball is long that time, and chasing it now is Haaland again. He's got Johnson around him, but Haaland now has the ball, and he finds the ball to Foden. Foden tries to play the ball through, but it's intercepted, of course, by Souček. And it looks like that interception has caused quite a knock for Foden. Yeah, it's actually the attempted tackle by Rice, actually. Foden's back on his feet now, and it will be a free kick. Well, it's, I'm guessing, about 26, 27 yards out. And we've got De Bruyne over it. Gundogan is over it. Part of the free kick committee. You have to favour De Bruyne in this position. João Cancelo is there. Ruben Diaz moves away. And we've got 7 minutes till half time. Let's see what they do. There's still 3 players around that. Gundogan, Cancelo and De Bruyne. It's Gundogan who tries going through the wall. It actually got through the wall. And it bounced off Ruben Diaz's heels. But City maintain possession, and they've gone all the way back to their goalkeeper. Ederson now. And he gives the ball out on the far side. Here is Kyle Walker. Nathan Ake. It's almost like a training match, really, for Manchester City right now. They're not really under any pressure on the ball either. They're not being pressed by West Ham, and this is making it easy now. And here comes Gundogan moving forward again. The ball over on the far side to Foden. Foden now has got some space in front of him. Can he get the cross in? He does. And it's just knocked away by Souček, not far enough. It's cleared away by Bowen again. And there's a foul this time on Michail Antonio. Michail Antonio himself is 3 goals away from 100 in senior career league goals. And what we have now is a free kick about 15 yards inside the West Ham penalty area, and it's given to Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson launches the ball long, and it's too long, and Ederson just watches it go out of play. No chance for Fornals to retrieve that ball. 5 minutes to go till half time. It's West Ham United 0, Manchester City 1. Erling Haaland's penalty is the difference on 35 minutes. Well, the ball now is cleared by Ederson, and here's Jack Grealish with some space in front of him, storming towards the West Ham penalty area. Grealish still has it, but it's picked up by Cancelo. Cancelo tries to go through there, but it's easily dealt with by Koufal. He actually tried to go through Koufal's leg, and he wasn't buying it. It's cleared away, but it's picked up again by Manchester City. And here's Ilkay Gundogan, the captain. Gives it to Kevin De Bruyne. It's actually inside the Manchester City half. Kevin De Bruyne with only one shot by West Ham United off target. Of course, Manchester City have had 2, but they've only had the one on target, which of course is a penalty. And here's Gundogan. And he gives it there to Walker, and he goes back to Ake. And here's Rodri. And he gives it to Grealish, being impressive down this left-hand side. Grealish gives it to Cancelo. Cancelo long over on the far side. And here's Palmer. And Palmer finds Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne now pulls it back, but there is nobody there. And it's picked up by Rice, who gives the ball to Antonio. Antonio, is he fouled there? The referee says no. And City win the ball back with Gundogan. And here is Cancelo now. Cancelo. He's going to have a shot there, Cancelo, but he pulls it wide. And, well, City really are at walking pace, really, in this game. They don't seem to, at any time, need to get beyond that. And it's because West Ham are currently really not pressing Manchester City, and it really is making it easy for the citizens today. And they're able to play patiently and build up patiently. Can West Ham do something with this now? No, the ball from Bowen was wayward and didn't really give Antonio any chance to get that ball. And now City will move away with the ball. They're still inside their own half. Here's De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne, long ball over to Jack Grealish. Didn't make it. It was intercepted by Souček. And the ball is now moving forward. And it's picked up now by Lanzini. Lanzini plays the ball out on this near side, and it's Bowen. And Bowen just, under pressure by Nathan Ake, just drags the ball out of play. And it will be a goal kick. And we have 2 minutes to go till half time. I suspect with the injuries, we might see 4 or 5 minutes of injury time added on by our 4th official, Stuart Atwell. And here's Ake now. Well, I wonder whether West Ham, at least in the second half, may introduce Gianluca Scamacca and see if he can make some difference in this game. But I don't think the forwards are really the issue here. West Ham are just not creating enough. Here's Fornals. Fornals tries to pull it back. Here's Antonio, but it's cleared away by Diaz. After the first 5 or 6 minutes of this first half, West Ham really haven't created anything. And only Michail Antonio's header in the first couple of minutes has really been anything warranting an attack by them. And Cancelo now intercepts a long ball, and he gives it to Grealish. Just wait and see what injury time we have at the end of this first half. It's not been announced yet. We're inside the last minute of the half. And here's Cancelo. Cancelo, he tries to find Gundogan, but intercepted by Souček. Good work by him. And he gives it to Kufal. Not Kufal, rather Ben Johnson. And he goes back to Areola. Areola gives it to Zouma. Back to Zouma. And the ball is played forward here. Battling it is Fornals, but it's won back comfortably by Kevin De Bruyne, who gives it to Nathan Ake. Midway inside his own half, he gives it to Diaz. And City now with Rodri just going over the halfway line. The long ball over to Grealish. We're just going to get 4 minutes actually is the stoppage time that is being allowed. So Stuart Atwell raises his board and he's given 4 minutes. So the ball is played long now to Grealish. He's had way too much space down this side. Grealish now attempts to play the ball in, but it's intercepted that time. Souček got the blocking, but City still have the ball back, and it's Grealish. Grealish back to Rodri. Cancelo. Gundogan, Rodri, and he goes all the way back to Nathan Ake. Gundogan again. City, they're just managing this game at the moment, keeping possession, and it is very much a one-sided affair. Here's Diaz. And here's Ake. And here is Bowen. Finally wins the ball back for West Ham. Bowen gives it to Kurt Zouma. What can West Ham do now with the ball in the brief time that they've had the ball in this first half? Rice. Johnson. Rice. Ball is played now. It's down on this near side for West Ham is Kufal. Kufal gives the ball to Bowen. Bowen under pressure there. And it's a free kick given for a foul by Cancelo. And Cancelo is gesturing to the linesman that he needs glasses. He might just want to... he's going to have word... Well, Michael Oliver is telling him to keep quiet. And he's having a word now with the Manchester City captain, Gundogan. And now Cancelo is going to go into the book because he will not keep quiet. And it's going to be a yellow card for dissent, not for the foul. It's a yellow card for Cancelo. And this is the problem. The referee is not going to change his mind. And the free kick now, it looks like it's going to be taken by Bowen. It's about 8 yards away from the corner flag for West Ham. Bowen swings it in, and it's just headed away there by De Bruyne. It was a poor free kick. Launched back in by Johnson, but it just goes through to Ederson. And City now launch again inside the last minute of injury time of this first half. And Jack Grealish's ball is a disappointing one. And Pep Guardiola is not pleased with that. It goes all the way back through to Areola in the West Ham goal. Disappointing there from Jack Grealish. Kurt Zouma now for West Ham. Declan Rice, who's been very, very quiet in this first half. West Ham been in general? It's just not been a good first half. And the ball is given away again. And De Bruyne gives it to Foden. Haaland, Haaland. He gives it to Foden. And here is Walker. Walker crosses the ball in, and it's just nodded away by Souček. And it goes out of play. And I think West Ham will be happy to hear the half-time whistle. Souček's header then just leaves a throw in now for Manchester City, level with the 6-yard box. And it's going to be Diaz to take it. Just wondering what he's going to do as we approach the 4 minutes of allotted time. And Michael Oliver blows for half-time. and it's it's West Ham United 0, Manchester City 1 at half time. Erling Haaland's 35th minute penalty is the difference. Really only one chance for West Ham United in that first half, which fell for Michail Antonio's header after 3 minutes. But at half time, it's a dominant performance by Manchester City, and it's West Ham United 0, Manchester City 1. You've been listening to the Commentary Hub. Welcome back to the London Stadium. Second half is going to be back underway shortly between West Ham United and Manchester City. And one has to wonder whether there will be any changes, at least in the West Ham team. They were heavily dominated in the first half. They certainly have not been at their best. So we'll see whether David Moyes is going to make any changes. City team are just coming out right now. And the officials as well. And what I will say is just looking over some of the window, West Ham spent 85 million on 4 players. Now, 65.5 million of that was spent on 2 of them. Gianluca Scamacca, of course, 35.5, and Naif Aguerd as well. And I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. His was 30 million. So it's now they have just added Maxwell Cornet. It is for an undisclosed fee, but from what I understand, it is 17.5 million. So he's not in, of course, in the West Ham squad today. They just didn't get him signed in time. But I suspect he will be in for his next game. Well, it doesn't look like there's going to be any other changes. So just running through the starting lineups, of course, for West Ham, the forced goalkeeping change. Alfonso Arolia is the goalkeeper. Ben Johnson, Aaron Cresswell, Kurt Zuma, Vladimir Kufal, Pablo Fornals, Manuel Lanzini, Thomas Souček, Declan Rice, Jared Bowen, Michael Antonio are the West Ham lineup. For City, Ederson, Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Nathan Ake, João Cancelo, Ilkay Gundogan, Jack Grealish, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, and Erling Haaland. And we are back underway. West Ham getting this second half underway, and they will attack the goal to our left. And City already with Jack Grealish underway now, racing towards the West Ham penalty area. Quick 1-2 with Haaland, and almost played in Grealish again. Well, that was that just seemed to come out of nowhere because Grealish wasn't closed down as he charged his way towards the penalty area, and the quick 1-2 with Haaland almost let him in again. And here's Haaland again. He gives the ball to Grealish. Midway inside the West Ham penalty area, he goes all the way back to Ake. And there's Cancelo, already been booked, of course, for descent. And here's Rodri. Rodri gives the ball out on this near side to Foden. Foden goes back to Diaz. And Diaz gives it to Walker, who goes all the way back to Ederson as City continue their walking-like pace. Under zero pressure, zero press from Manchester City. From West Ham United. And it has to be said that the amount of games that City are going to win by this style of play this season is going to be unbelievable. I think other teams need to get closer to City and press City a little bit and make it a bit more uncomfortable for them. Here's Ederson. And he gives it to Ake. Rodri. Foden now. Foden almost on the halfway line. And he gives it to Walker, who gives it back to Foden now. Bit of space now. Walker gives it to Foden. Foden cuts in field. And he gives it back to Walker. Chance for a cross here now for Walker. He's under no pressure. Gives it to Foden. De Bruyne tries. Oh, he got confused. I think De Bruyne was wondering about the shot and the cross at the same time. It seems to have avoided everybody and just gone wide. and will be a goal kick to West Ham United. And Areola just watches it go wide. He's going to take the goal kick now, and he gives it to Zouma. Zouma back to Areola. Phil Foden putting the goalkeeper under pressure there. He clears it, and it's just knocked out of play by Bowen, and it's going to be a throw-in for Manchester City. It's taken on the far side there. Cancella. And it's Gundogan. Plays it across to Diaz. Diaz now. And he gives it to Foden. Foden has got help up there with him. It's Walker. Rodri. Ake. Ake gives it to Gundogan. Ake. Nice ball out on this far side to Foden. Foden now. Well, he's got Lanzini in front of him. Decides to go back. And here's Diaz, who gives it to Ake. Ake just knocks the ball out of play. His first touch wasn't the best. And it's going to be a throw-in for West Ham United. It's thrown all the way back to Johnson. Here's Zouma. Cresswell. Cresswell plays the ball forward. Under pressure there is Antonio. And it's knocked out of play by Antonio. And will be a throw into Manchester City. 5 minutes gone in this second half almost. It's West Ham United 0, Manchester City 1. You're listening to delayed coverage. And your alternative commentator here is Paul James. Oh, and there's messing around there between Johnson and Cresswell. Almost let in Foden there, but it did get back to Areola, who clears it. And Lanzini there just knocks it back. Lanzini picks it up again. Rice. Cresswell. And Cresswell gives the ball away, or more rather intercepted by Rodri. And under pressure there, Lanzini wins it back off Walker, and Lanzini is fouled there. But the free kick actually goes the other way to Manchester City. And here's Nathan Ake now. That was taken quickly. And Ake. And he's got the ball inside his own half here. And you are listening to alternative commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Today's Player of the Match sponsor on the Hub is sponsored by Commentary Services. Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partners for this season, JDAC Football, JB Sports and Storm FM. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1, and you can like our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Commentary Hub. And Commentary Services would like to thank our official streaming partner for this season, Melon. Visit their website, www.melonapp.com. And here on the far side is Gundogan. Gundogan plays the cross in, but it's cleared away easily by Johnson. And now it's picked up on the far side by Fornals. Oh, that was a wayward pass to nobody. It gave Bowen no chance of getting that. And Ake just picks it up. It does go out of play, so it will be a throw into West Ham United. And it's now played here now with Zouma. Zouma gives the ball to Johnson. Johnson goes all the way back to Areola as West Ham now attempt to just keep the ball for a while. Here's Kurt Zouma. Gives it back to Areola. And he clears the ball long. He's looking there for Lanzini, but it's actually picked up by Grealish, who just tidies that up and gives it back to Ederson in the Manchester City goal. Well, remember, each team has 5 substitutions this year, and so far only one has been used between the two sides, which was forced upon West Ham with the injury to Lucas Fabianski. It's cleared now by Ederson. Manchester City very casual at the moment, but they're not really under any pressure. Here's Rodri now, picks it up inside his own half. Rodri, what can he do with it? And here is Walker. Walker gives it, finds Foden. Foden's got some space now. Foden gives it back to De Bruyne. Rodri. Back to Foden. And there was Walker. And here is Rodri. Plays to Gundogan. Gundogan plays it all the way back to Nathan Ake. It's going to be quite a challenge for me to choose a player of the match here, because there's everybody is sort of being involved for Manchester City. They're all getting a touch of the ball. Oh, there's a terrible giveaway by Gundogan. And here's a chance now. Lanzini tries to play it across. Antonio handled it there, surely. But the game goes on. It's played across. Comes back now to Rice, who blazes it over the crossbar. Oh, it was a terrible giveaway initially by Gundogan. Careless play there. And but it was not punished. Gundogan, well, yes, he just gave it away. Excuse me, to Lanzini there. Knocked down and played across. It just bounced to the edge of the area by Declan Rice, who blazes it over the crossbar. Well, as casual as Manchester City are playing, they need to stay switched on. That nearly cost them then. The score is still only 1-0. And here's Walker now for Manchester City. And the ball is played forward now to Foden. Foden plays it on, still keeps possession. And it's intercepted by Rice. And Rice tries to clear up that mess, but only finds Foden again. Foden, he's got De Bruyne with him, but won back again by Declan Rice. Good work by the West Ham captain. And he gives it to Bowen. Declan Rice plays it back to Kurt Zouma. Zouma, long ball over onto the far side. And that finds Kufal. Kufal plays it but in there to Lanzini, who goes all the way back. Souček. This is West Ham's longest stage of possession so far in the entire game. Here's Cresswell. Cresswell's ball gave Lanzini no chance there. Not Lanzini, sorry. Fornals, no chance there, and it's just plucked out the air by Ederson. And he releases it to Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne, sloppy, unlike him. Gives the ball to Souček. Souček now. Gives it now to Lanzini. Lanzini, long way out, gets the shot away, but it's blocked by Rodri. Comes back now to Declan Rice. Rice over down this side to Cresswell, and he just doesn't give him the chance to get there. And Rodri clears up at the back, and it's a long pass there to Haaland. Haaland now plays it into Gundogan. Gundogan just knocks it back onto Haaland. City breaking forward in numbers. And there is De Bruyne to Haaland. Haaland back to Gundogan, who tries to play it back to Haaland, but it's intercepted by Johnson. And West Ham win the ball back. Cresswell. Lanzini, long ball there, looking for Bowen, but it's just a little bit too far, and it's cleaned up by Ederson, who is not successful at playing the ball there. He was looking for Cancelo. Now, two substitutions for West Ham coming up. Gianluca Cancelo is coming on, and Antonio is coming off. So Antonio coming off. And coming on is Benrahma as well. So Benrahma coming on. Antonio coming off. And just take a quick look at this, and we'll just get these names for you in just a second. Right, so Antonio is coming off, that's for sure. And we're just going to take a look at who else has come off, because the substitutes coming on are Scamacca and Benrahma. So Antonio is off. Well, and and Lanzini is the other coming off. So what we have here is we have Lanzini and Antonio coming off, Bowen and Saeed Benrahma coming on. And with 56 minutes gone, West Ham now looking to bolster their attack. And the ball is played long, looking for Benrahma. Finds Bowen. Bowen just nods it on, and it's cleared away there by Rodri. And it goes out of play for a West Ham throw-in. Scamacca, let's see what he can do now. His record in Serie A is quite impressive. 36 appearances, 16 goals for Sassuolo, who he was signed for. So here's an opportunity for him to make his mark on this game. And here's Bowen. And it's picked up, it's a pass went astray, and it's picked up now by Ake. Ake gives it to Ruben Diaz. And City patient with the ball right now. Here's Nathan Ake. And it's long looking for Gundogan, but cleared up at the back there by Ben Johnson. Gives away the corner. Kurt Zuma's claiming the foul on Johnson. Johnson's not actually appealing himself. So West Ham have used now 3 of their 5 substitutions. City have not made a change as of yet. Well, it's corner now to Manchester City. And it's just difficult to see who is over this one, but it looks like Cancelo is there. Walker is there. And Walker takes it quickly. And it's swung back in over onto the far side, but out of play. And it will be a goal kick. Well, 58 minutes gone. West Ham United 0, Manchester City 1. And it's cleared now by Ederson. And, well, it's one back now. And here's De Bruyne. De Bruyne plays it to Foden. Foden trying to play in Haaland again. Not successful this time. It's one back by Manchester City. By West Ham. And it's cleared away looking for Saeed Benrahma. But Benrahma knocks it out of play. He's not able to control it. Throw in to Manchester City. About 6 yards outside the penalty area. It's going to be taken by Kyle Walker. Walker. And cleared away there by Johnson. One by Nathan Ake. And here's Rodri in the centre of the park. Gives the ball to Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne. Back to Gundogan. Gundogan gives it to De Bruyne. And just challenge there on Walker, but the referee allows the game to go on. And here is Ilkay Gundogan. Gundogan, De Bruyne. Back to Gundogan. City again back to playing very casual here. Gundogan finds De Bruyne. Here's Walker. He's got Foden up there with him. Haaland as well. De Bruyne. Out on the far side to Grealish. What can Grealish do with it? And here's Rodri. Diaz. Diaz under pressure there by Scamacca. And it's a foul by Scamacca and will be a free kick. Well, it's going to be taken by Ruben Diaz. Also Walker's over it. Diaz moves away. An hour gone. West Ham United 0, Manchester City 1. And here's Rodri. And City at the moment, this is more like a training ground game, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. There is very little pressure being put on by the West Ham team. There's very little press. The ball is long over on the far side to Foden. Foden plays in De Bruyne. De Bruyne across looking for Haaland. And on the back post is Gundogan, and he just pushes it wide. Well, it escaped. I'm thinking Gundogan wasn't expecting it to escape Haaland, but it did. De Bruyne played the ball across in that corridor of uncertainty, and it just misses Haaland. And I think Gundogan there just wasn't expecting it. He didn't get a good connection on it, and it goes right across the face of the goal and wide. Well, now here comes Fornals. Played across. Bowen gets the crossover, looking for Bowen there, and there's a chance for Benrahma with a shot. And Ederson gets down. The shot wasn't a good one. Ederson got down, made a comfortable save, and he releases it quickly, trying to get City off on the counter. But that was better from West Ham. And here's Grealish now. Knocked on there to Gundogan. West Ham fans claim offside. It's not been given. And here is Rodri. And Walker plays the ball to Haaland. And back to Walker. Walker plays the ball long, looking for Foden. Can he get there? He can, but he runs himself out of play, and it's picked up by Cresswell. And here's Benrahma. And Kurt Zouma goes back to the goalkeeper, Areola, and he plays it just over on the far side. And the ball is long, looking for Cresswell, but picked up by Said Benrahma. Benrahma's got Cresswell on the overlap. Gives it to him. Can he get the cross in first time? He does. And there's the header by Souček. Sorry, not Souček, Bowen. And here's Souček. The cross comes back in again. It's cleared away by Ake this time, but only as far as Johnson. Johnson gives the ball to Zouma. And Rice now. Rice, ball long over on the far side to Kufal. Kufal, Lanzini. Back to Zouma. West Ham just trying to keep possession for a change. Here's Declan Rice. Gives the ball to Said Benrahma. Benrahma gets the cross in, and it's just headed away there by Peters. And now here's De Bruyne. Foden. Back to Peters. It's a little bit better by West Ham now. And here's Ake. They've started to just come back into it a little bit in this game. Here is Rodri. Rodri gives the ball to... and he's played in Haaland. Haaland with a chance. It's 2. And it's Erling Haaland with his second goal. And the ball was played in by Kevin De Bruyne. And Erling Haaland has doubled Manchester City's lead. And he is here, ladies and gentlemen. And he will adapt to the Premier League. And he will set his mark on this league. 2 goals on his debut. Beautiful pass by Kevin De Bruyne, it has to be said. Let's look at this again. You'll see here it's played to De Bruyne. His vision is superb. Played between the 2 West Ham defenders, Zouma, and I want to say that is Zouma and Cresswell, and just tucked away calmly. Beautiful pass played between the 2 defenders. Can't be said enough. The finish was excellent, but the pass was exquisite. And the finish just away from the goalkeeper by Haaland. What a second goal that was. And Manchester City laying down their dominance in this game. And with 35 minutes to go, it is a second for Erling Haaland. And West Ham United 0, Manchester City 2. Well, his father's there in the crowd, and he's going to be delighted with this as Haaland makes his mark on the Premier League. And of course, Pep Guardiola looks absolutely delighted there. And it looks like we are going to have a drinks break here. And I'll just go through some of the scores around Europe today. In Ligue 1, Toulouse 1, Nice 1, Angers 0, Nantes 0, Lens 3, Brest 2, Lille 4, Auxerre 1, Montpellier 3, Troyes 2, Rennes 0, Lorient 1. Marseille and Reims will kick off at 7:45 UK time. And just quickly in the German Bundesliga, Stuttgart 1, RB Leipzig 1, and FC Köln 2, Schalke 0. 69 minutes gone in that one. Manchester City have the ball now with Nathan Ake, and they have looked dominant in this game. And here's Ake again. And they are now just taking their time. It's game management really at this time for Manchester City. The 2 goals by Erling Haaland is enough. And they'll just continue to knock the ball around and have West Ham chasing the ball. Here's Rodri. Got a bit of space in front of him. 20 minutes to go. West Ham United 0, Manchester City 2. And you're listening to Alternative Commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Today's Player of the Match sponsor on the Hub is sponsored by Commentary Services. Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcasting partners for this season, JDAC Football, JB Sports and Storm FM. And don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1, and you can like our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Commentary Hub. Commentary Services would like to thank our official streaming partner for this season, Melon. Visit their website, www.melonapp.com. And City continue, I've been mentioning that City are just continuing to knock the ball around in the middle of the park. Here is Walker now. He's just dancing around with the ball, and he gives it to Rodri. And Rodri, it's over on the far side looking for Grealish, but it's actually intercepted that time by Kufal, but illegally, according to Michael Oliver, and it will be a free kick to West Ham United. To Manchester City. And it's now with Jack Grealish, again, just outside the penalty area. Gundogan. City continue to threaten. And it's played now to Gundogan. Gundogan turns. And he finds De Bruyne over on the far side, gets the cross in, and it's headed away by Zuma. Comes back out to Grealish. Still inside the West Ham penalty area. Grealish plays across, and there's Haaland with a header, looking for the hat-trick there. But it just goes over the crossbar. And he just got his head on top of the ball there rather than over it. And it just went over the West Ham crossbar. And it's going to be a goal kick now to West Ham. And I wonder at this point whether Pep Guardiola will make any substitutions. But his side really, for the most part in this game, apart from a few minutes in the beginning of the match and a few minutes in the second half, really haven't had much of a workout in terms of running around. It really has been basically like a training match. And here's Grealish, and he plays it back. And Nathan Ake will pick this loose ball up. Inside the last 20 minutes, it's West Ham United 0, Manchester City 2 at the London Stadium here. And here is Foden. Foden gives it back to Walker. And here's Rodri. Rodri now gives the ball to Cancelo. Cancelo streaming forward. Let's see what they can create now. Here's Gundogan. Gundogan gives it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne tries to play another one of those acute passes through to Haaland, but it was intercepted this time. And City will have given a foul by Gundogan, and West Ham will have a free kick. Well, time is running out in this second half. West Ham United are going to be facing the first game being a defeat at home. And to be honest with you, I think we really all looked at this and could only ever see this going one way. I couldn't see this going any other way, to be perfectly honest. But West Ham are moving forward now. And the ball is played long on the far side. Here's Creswell. And here's Benrahma. Just looking at Manchester City's next few games. They've got Bournemouth at home, Newcastle away, and they round out the month with 2 home games against Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest. Launch by Scamacca! Oh, it's a header! And it's a wonderful save! Well, that just came out of nowhere! The cross came in and Scamacca with a header, and Ederson was wide awake to it. The cross came in from Bowen. Scamacca was actually offside. And the header, a wonderful save. He wouldn't have known that, Ederson. A wonderful save, but it was in fact offside. And it will be a free kick, and it's taken quickly. And here's De Bruyne now. And here's Rodri. De Bruyne. And it's picked up again by De Bruyne. For West Ham, after this game, they've, of course, travelled to Nottingham Forest and then have Brighton and Hove Albion at home and Aston Villa at home and Spurs away to round out the month. So, well, that was a real chance for West Ham, the best one they've had in the whole game, but it was offside, unfortunately. And Saeed Benrahma is now also offside, as that was played through to him by Fornals. 62,000 crammed into the London Stadium today for West Ham United against Manchester City. But West Ham United have, for the most part, been ineffective, and they've been, has to be said, have been soundly beaten today. Scamacca's effort, which was offside, was probably their best chance. But we'll see how this game unfolds as the last 15 minutes here at the London Stadium. It is West Ham United 0, Manchester City 2. And, whoa, there's a foul there, surely. Actually, the referee allows play to go on. It looks like Grealish caught. Well, the referee has stopped play now. Originally, Grealish was caught, and as Grealish went down, he caught Bowen. So it was a foul by Koufal, and then Grealish went into the back of Bowen, and he picked up a knock. Well, Grealish has been pretty impressive today. And Kevin De Bruyne as well. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne is always impressive. It's very rare that he has a bad game. And here's Walker now. Played the ball forward, and it's talking of De Bruyne. He's on the ball now, and he plays it to Foden. Goes all the way back to Nathan Ake. Well, looks like we're going to see another substitute. Looks like we may see a double substitution now for Manchester City coming up. There's 2 of them warming up there. One of them looks like it's Bernardo Silva. See who the other one is in a moment. And it's played forward. Here's Haaland with a chance, and it's blocked there by Johnson. Good work by Johnson there. And it comes out to Grealish. And here's Bowen. Loses the ball. And here is Gundogan. Haaland. Grealish. Grealish now. Can he get the cross in? Gives it to Gundogan again. Gundogan by the byline, plays the ball across. No one there, and Cresswell can just clear up. Benrahma trying to get away from Walker, but not successful. So City pick up the ball in midfield here. And it goes all the way back to Nathan Ake. And Ake now, he has the ball, just holds it up. And it's Rodri who gives the ball to Grealish. Grealish gives the ball back to Ake. And gives the ball to De Bruyne. De Bruyne, long ball across. Finds Grealish. Grealish has got a bit of space just inside the penalty area. Gets a shot and it's just wide. And this will give City the chance to make their 2 substitutions. It's going to be Alvarez and Bernardo Silva coming on. Alvarez and Bernardo Silva are coming on, and coming off, well, that's an interesting one. Erling Haaland is coming off, and so is İlkay Gundogan. So Erling Haaland's 2 goals today. What a fantastic debut it's been for him. And he goes off along with İlkay Gundogan, who gives the captain's armband to Diaz. And coming on is Alvarez and Bernardo Silva. So 13 minutes to go. Well, 12 minutes to go really now. And the changes have been made. Just 2. Bernardo Silva is on right now, along with Julian Alvarez. What a wonderful debut by Erling Haaland. He's been very effective today, and his goals have been the difference. Here's Scamacca. Scamacca, long ball on the far side, looking for Bowen. Bowen's control lets him down. And here is Cancelo. Cancelo plays it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne, nice ball to Foden. Foden's got some space. He's under pressure by Rice, but Foden continues with the ball. And he's actually just crossed to the middle of the pitch now. Foden now gives the ball to Cancelo. The ball was just a little bit away from Bernardo Silva. And the pass there was the right idea, but it was just a bit wayward from Bernardo Silva, and goes wide for a goal kick for West Ham, taken quickly. Kurt Zouma, he then gives it back to Areola, who does clear it. Doesn't quite meet the halfway line. It's headed on by Rodri, and here's Grealish. Grealish now just outside the West Ham penalty area. What's he going to do with it? Grealish, and he gives the ball to Alvarez. Alvarez back to Cancelo. And here is Cancelo again. Looks like Alvarez is there now. Cuts into the middle. He's got, with him, he has got there Diaz, who's taken over the captaincy, of course. He gives it back to Ake. And here's Walker. Walker. And here is Alvarez. Alvarez. Ball over on the far side, looking for De Bruyne. De Bruyne picks it up. 10 minutes to go here now. And City look well and truly in control of this. Here's Rodri. Plays out on the far side to Grealish. Grealish. Alvarez with a shot, but he pulls it wide. And it remains 0-0. Well, it's going to be a goal kick now as we go into the final stretch of this game. And I just need to put my thinking cap on who I believe is going to be the player of the match. There's probably 1 or 2 candidates. When I look at the Manchester City midfield, I see 1 or 2 candidates there as it is. Of course, there's Erling Haaland's 2 goals as well. And it's picked up now by Kevin De Bruyne, who's certainly one of those candidates. His beautiful pass through to Erling Haaland for the second goal was outstanding. We've got a throw in now, level on the halfway line to Manchester City, to be taken by Walker. And it's back by Alvarez. Alvarez gives the ball away, and here's Scamacca now. He's got a bit of space. What can he do? Scamacca, good defending and cleared up by Diaz, but Diaz loses the ball and Scamacca has it again. Scamacca plays the ball all the way back to the halfway line to Johnson, and now Johnson has a bit of time. And here's Bowen, and the cross comes in there by Coufal. But it goes out of play. It's blocked by Grealish, and Coufal now with the throw-in, just almost level with the Manchester City penalty area. Coufal, 8 minutes to go. West Ham United 0, Manchester City 2. And here's Creswell. Creswell played to Said Benrahma. Benrahma will try and get the cross in. Oh, what a wonderful piece of defending by Diaz there with his back heel. And not only that, it just bounces straight to Kevin De Bruyne. And here's Grealish. Grealish over on the far side to Bernardo Silva. Silva. And here is Rodrigo, or Rodri, I should say. And here's Foden now. He's got a bit of space in front of him. Foden. And goes back to Diaz. Diaz back to Foden. Well, and here's Nathan Ake. And Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne out to Grealish. He's got Bernardo Silva up there with him. Goes back to De Bruyne. And here's Cancelo in the centre circle. Well, despite this, if it stays the same, City won't be top tonight. If it stays the same, the top of the table will be Tottenham Hotspur after week 1 with their 4-1 victory over Southampton yesterday. Nathan Ake now. Ake finds Grealish. City now, it's just game management for them now, just knocking the ball around. Easy as you like. And it gives it to Ederson. Ederson then gives it to Walker, who just has the ball under his feet for a second. But again, no real pressure from West Ham. And now City looking to break. And here is Alvarez. Alvarez plays it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne, good tackle by Declan Rice. Smart there. And now here comes Bowen racing forward. He's under pressure by Bernardo Silva. Good tackle by Bernardo Silva. Goes out of play for a throw into West Ham United. Well, I'm going to just name my player of the match shortly. And at the moment, the throw-in taken quickly by West Ham. And it's a long ball onto the far side to Said Benrahma. Benrahma plays the ball in. Good interception that time by Diaz. It does go out of play for another throw-in. City fans beginning to leave. They believe the job is done. And they are quite a long way back to Manchester. Free kick there, surely, for a foul by Benrahma. And the foul is on Phil Foden. So, my player of the match, sponsored by Commentary Services. I am going to give the player of the match to Kevin De Bruyne. It's very tempting to give it to Erling Haaland as he scored both goals. But Kevin De Bruyne has ran the midfield today. His passing has been excellent. He has an assist on Haaland's second goal. And so today's player of the match, sponsored by Commentary Services, goes to Manchester City's number 17, Kevin De Bruyne. And City are about to make another substitution here. Cole Palmer looks like he is coming on. And he hasn't featured at all since January, so he's going to have an opportunity in a moment. And here is Rodri. Rodri out on the far side to Bernardo Silva. The cross coming in, and it's just hacked away there by Kufal. And it's De Bruyne again. He gives it to Foden. And he gives it to De Bruyne. Just trying to figure who might be coming off for the Citizens. But we'll take a look in a moment. And here is Cancelo. Bernardo Silva. And gives it back to Cancelo. Here's Grealish. Back to Bernardo Silva. And here is Rodri. And Foden, ball over on the far side to Grealish. It's right just outside the West Ham penalty area. Plays it to Bernardo Silva. Can he play it across? But it's knocked behind for the corner by Johnson. And it looks like it's going to be Kevin De Bruyne that's coming off for Cole Palmer. So Cole Palmer comes on. Kevin De Bruyne comes off. There is, in fact, going to be, I think, an additional change by City as well. Rodri is coming off. And we'll just see who the other person is coming on. So Foden is the other coming off. And okay, so let's have a look here. Let's see what's going on because there's a whole bunch of them. Okay, so Palmer, Mahrez, and Phillips are coming on. So Palmer, Mahrez, and Phillips is coming on. And coming off is De Bruyne, Phil Foden, and I'm just not sure who the other is that's come off. I'll get that to you in a moment. The corner comes in. It's bouncing around there, but it's cleared away. I'm just not sure who the other one is just yet. Oh, it's Rodri. So Rodri is the other one that is come off, and that's all 5 substitutions used by Manchester City. So we'll just break down that substitution for you in just a moment. It's Mahrez, Palmer, and the other substitution that came on is Phillips, and off is De Bruyne, Foden, and Rodri. And another double substitution here, would you mind, for West Ham? And I'll get those for you as soon as they are determined, which will wrap up their 5 substitutions as well. So here is Kurt Zouma, gives it back to the goalkeeper, Arolia, but it's not cleared effectively, and Phillips picks it up, and it's again there by Cole Palmer as we are about to head into injury time. And Phillips now just tried to win the ball there off Scamacca, but Scamacca just comes off the better of that. And here is Declan Rice. Declan Rice plays the ball forward, and Scamacca just trying to chasing that as well, but that's a good piece of defending, and City will come away with the ball now. And the ball is placed long on to the far side to Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez moving forward now. We're just going to see how much injury time is added on here in a moment. Alvarez. 3 minutes injury time. Alvarez has got a chance for a shot. Oh, and he bounces it off Kurt Zouma's face. And it goes out of play for a corner. And Kurt Zouma is on his back. He will be receiving treatment here. This was a shot by Alvarez here. It just slaps into Kurt Zouma square in the face, and he hits the deck. So the substitution that I am seeing is Fornals has come off. And we're just going to see who has come on. Coventry has come on. Connor Coventry is the other substitution. And it'll be a corner. That was a sneaky one, but I got it. Connor Coventry on for Fornals. Corner coming in by City, and it's headed there by Ake, but it goes wide. And there is another substitution by West Ham. Just see who's coming off here. Bowen is coming on. Sorry, Bowen is coming off. And the other substitution coming on is Downs. So Bowen is off. And Flynn Downs is coming on. That's the other substitution. So Bowen and Fornals are off. Coventry and Downs are on. And we are in the last minute of injury time. And we're almost done here. So it's now City now with Nathan Ake. And Nathan Ake gives it to Cancelo. And that means both sides have used their substitutions. And here's Grealish. On the far side. Here is Diaz. Diaz again. Just playing out the last few minutes of this game. Phillips gives it back to Ake. We've played the allotted 3 minutes of injury time. And here's Grealish. Grealish now, moving forward. And here is Walker. Back to Palmer. Phillips. And it's played to Grealish again. Grealish, and that's it. That's full time. And a satisfying day at the office for Pep Guardiola. A satisfying day at the office for the 51.1 million debutant Erling Haaland, with 2 goals for him, and that's the difference between the two teams. Erling Haaland's 35th minute penalty and 65th minute goal have separated the two teams here. It's full time at the London Stadium, and it is West Ham United 0, Manchester City 2. Want to thank you for joining us today. You've been listening to the Commentary Hub. My name is Paul James.